Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Why is Tammy Slaton always wearing the same mask on her chin? Tammy Slaton's followers on Instagram and TikTok can't help but notice she wears the exact same face mask on her chin in most of her content. Why is she wearing the exact same mask in every video and photo? Does she have more than one mask with the same design? Does she ever wash the mask she always has on her face? Now, the 1,000 pounds Sisters star herself has not answered any of these questions. But they come up so often that fans have noticed them. Some fans even have theories on why Tammy Slaton has a mask on her chin all the time. Without hearing from Tammy directly, we can't say for sure why she always wears that same face mask on her chin. But we can dive into some of the more likely fan theories. Is she living in an assisted care facility? Another theory that comes up a lot is whether Tammy Slaton lives in an assisted living facility. At the end of Season 2, fans were told she planned on looking for somewhere to go, so she could get the help she needed to really shed the pounds. The TLC personality, however, swears on social media she is not in a living facility. Fans, however, disagree because of the background in some of her videos and photos. A mask on her chin would make sense if she's in a living facility. She would have to wear the mask any time she's in public or interacting with other people. So, it would be more convenient to wear the mask on her chin all the time. Is Tammy Slaton hiding weight loss with the face mask? One theory is that Tammy Slaton has been successful in losing weight. In fact, we reported a little over a month ago fans noticed she had shed some serious pounds. There was a little back and forth between fans on whether she actually lost weight or was just losing filters. The TLC personality followed up with several photos and video clips of herself without filters. This was her way of clapping back at the accusations. 1,000 pounds. Sisters fans speculate she might be using the mask as a way of hiding her weight loss while she remains active on social media. Losing a significant amount of weight would certainly be a big deal for the storyline of the show. Furthermore, fans know there are a lot of things Tammy and Amy can't talk about because of the show. So, this theory definitely makes sense. If there's one thing 1,000 pounds Sisters fans love, it's dissecting every little detail about Tammy Slaton's latest Instagram posts. From her evolving weight loss journey to her newfound confidence, followers have been cheering her on. But there's one small, quirky detail that has everyone talking lately. No, it's not her filters, her hair color, or even her outfit. It's that mask. Yes, that same blue or black face mask that Tammy always seems to have dangling off her chin like a fashion statement. Whether she's posting a car selfie, a TikTok lip sync, or a candid shot with her siblings, the mask is there, faithfully resting just below her mouth. Fans can't help but wonder, why is Tammy Slaton always wearing the same mask on her chin? The mask mystery, always there, rarely used. Tammy's chin mask has practically become her signature accessory. Some fans even joke that it's more consistent than her filter choices. A casual scroll through her social media reveals that no matter where she is, outside, in her car, or even inside her home, that mask is somehow part of her look. While most people wear masks to cover their nose and mouth, Tammy seems to have developed her own version of mask etiquette. It's always there, but never quite where it's supposed to be. And because her fans notice everything, this quirky habit hasn't gone unnoticed. Comments flood in under her posts. "Tammy girl, that mask ain't doing anything on your chin. She must really love that mask, it's practically a part of her face now." At this point, the mask has seen more of Tammy's journey than anyone else. It's become such a recurring sight that fans are starting to wonder whether it's symbolic, or just one of those random comfort habits that stuck around from her hospital days. A symbol of transformation? To some longtime fans, the mask isn't just a quirky accessory. It represents something deeper, a reminder of where Tammy has been. Back in her early 1,000 pounds, sisters' days, Tammy's health was fragile. She often needed oxygen and had difficulty breathing, making public outings risky. When COVID hit, Tammy took extra precautions because of her pre-existing conditions. That mask was more than just a piece of cloth. It was a literal lifeline, a barrier between her and a dangerous illness she couldn't afford to catch. Now that Tammy has lost a massive amount of weight and gained her independence, that mask might still serve as a subtle reminder of survival. For her, maybe wearing it, even incorrectly, is a quiet nod to how far she's come. A visual cue of her resilience. Fans who view it that way say, let her wear it however she wants. That mask carried her through some of her toughest times. Then again, maybe it's not that deep. Some speculate Tammy just finds it comforting. Many people who've experienced medical trauma or long hospital stays develop small habits, keeping a mask close, fiddling with a medical band, or even holding on to certain objects because it brings a sense of safety. After all, Tammy's journey hasn't been easy. From countless doctor visits to emotional ups and downs, that mask may have become part of her security routine. Something that gives her a little bit of control in a world that once felt overwhelming. It's not so much about COVID anymore. It's about familiarity. The mask is hers, and after years of relying on it, she might just not feel quite herself without it. Fans' mixed feelings. Of course, the internet being the internet, opinions are divided. Some fans find it endearing and uniquely Tammy. They point out that everyone has a trademark look. Kim Kardashian has her monochrome neutrals, Dolly Parton has her sequins, and Tammy Slaton, she's got her chin mask. Others, however, find it confusing or even frustrating. Why wear it if you're not going to wear it properly? They ask. It just makes no sense. A few followers have even tried to offer advice, suggesting, Tammy, if you're done using it, take it off. You look great without it. But as usual, Tammy seems unbothered by the chatter. She's long since learned that fans will always find something to talk about. And this time, it just happens to be her choice of accessories, turning a quirk into a trademark. In a way, Tammy's consistent use of that mask has worked in her favor. Every celebrity or influencer needs a recognizable trait, something that instantly reminds people who they are. For Tammy, the chin mask has become part of her visual brand. She could easily capitalize on it too. Fans have already joked about wanting Tammy's mask merch, a line of decorative chin masks featuring her catchphrases or colorful designs. Imagine a pink satin one that says Slaton Strong, or a sparkly version that reads Mask but make it fashion. If Tammy leaned into the humor, it could actually become a fun, empowering moment. After all, she's known for her ability to laugh at herself, and this could be the perfect example of turning criticism into confidence. From masked to unmasked, a symbolic step ahead. While the mask might stick around for a while longer, there's also something deeply symbolic about the idea of Tammy eventually removing it for good. Throughout her public journey, Tammy has slowly been unmasking herself, emotionally, mentally, and physically. She's learning to live fully again, not just survive. She's lost an incredible amount of weight, found peace after the loss of her husband Caleb Willingham, and reconnected with her family in meaningful ways. So maybe one day, when Tammy finally feels ready, that mask will disappear. Not because of public pressure, but because she'll have outgrown it. When that happens, fans will know it's not just about the cloth on her chin. It's about shedding the last piece of the past that once defined her. Tammy's new confidence. These days, Tammy is thriving. Her social media posts radiate self-love and humor. She's experimenting with new hairstyles, showing off her slimmer face, and even teasing followers with bold captions. The Tammy we see now isn't the same woman who once struggled to leave her home. She's a woman rediscovering life, one selfie at a time. And maybe that's what the chin mask really represents. A bridge between who she was and who she's becoming. It's the last little trace of the old Tammy, hanging on as she transforms into her healthiest, happiest self yet. Final thoughts. At first glance, it might just look like a harmless habit, a mask that accidentally became part of Tammy Slaton's everyday style. But for fans who've watched her fight, struggle, and rise again, it feels like more than that. It's part of her story, a symbol of survival, comfort, and transformation. Sure, it might make some fans chuckle. Others might roll their eyes. But one thing's for certain. That little mask on Tammy's chin has become almost as iconic as Tammy herself.